Oh, I'm freezing. Where is it? Not put my incense on this morning because I was out early, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute. It's amazing the different disinformation you get, and then like you get confused about everything and it makes you react. So just trying to keep warm. This one is called Demon's Lust. Smells like soap. Anyway, just let me light this. So, I've walked for ages today because I had to go to the job centre. I'm not going through my situation and stuff, but anyway. And it's self-employed I'm trying to do with me, you know, things I do and stuff like this. And I didn't have any money to get the bus today. Should be alright tomorrow, but I didn't have any money to get the bus, so I thought, what am I going to do? So obviously I thought, well, I'll have to walk to, and it's a fair way. It's about 45 minutes if you're walking fast. So if you're walking slow, I don't know. I'm quite a fast walker. But I had to take little legs with me. Little legs with me. So I thought that's going to take ages. So luckily I've still got his buggy because I do use it because he gets tired even though he is 3. So I put him in that with a blanket on because it's freezing today. And it was raining there and back. So put his cover up obviously and walked, and it was freezing, and but where's me lamp thing, where's that gone? Well, that's weird. Where is it? Oh, it's here. Got me, this made me feel a bit warmer. Got me so I walked there fast. I was like, I'll get there fast. Luckily, his nana's just moved to near where I was going, so I dropped him off there, and where I was going was only like up the road, so it took me about 45 minutes. Well, it might have been a little bit quicker. I do walk quite fast, but it was a walk in the rain and it was freezing. So I'll drop him off. Seeing his nana's new place where she lives, it's really nice. And she gave me these on the way. She gave me these pictures and said, you want these? And I was like, yeah, because they're just little photographs of New York. But what makes me laugh is just because I'm thinking of John. See this here? Wicked. I went to see that last year. I think it was last year, and it was brilliant. I went to see it in London the first time I ever went to London. Can't really say I'm really into London, but yeah, I went to London. Oh, look, an eye, like an all-seeing eye. But I was like, So there was this one she gave me. Might do something with them. This old, you know, this scene. And this one as well. Because she went, do you want them? Because she was chucking stuff out. I said, I'll take them. I'll use them for something. So, got them. Anyway, so I leave him there with his nana. And then she said, actually, oh no, his dad's having him. So I said, oh, that's great. And apparently they're having him till Monday. So I've got a lot of time to sort my crafting stuff out and get on with stuff this week. So I've decided I will be doing some videos that are not live and some that aren't, just so I don't get distracted by people and I can get out what I want to say. But when it's live, I'll tell you it's live. Because I don't know if I am paying more to go streaming. I don't know if anyone knows that's on here now because no one's commenting. That if you live stream, do you actually pay more for that on your Wi-Fi? Because me and my dad are getting very confused. I need to actually phone up my phone place that I'm with BT and ask them why my bill's so high. Because it's like, this is quite high. Do you pay for live streaming? I don't think you did, but I don't really know much about it. So I am going to ring them up and find out what it is. Because one, I don't use the phone. I don't use my phone line because I've got a mobile, don't use it. I just use it for the connection of the internet. So why my bill's like sky high? I'm like, what? What is this all about? So I need to find out about that because I don't know if I'm being, you know, conned or it's something to do with going live. If anyone knows, please comment or comment after because I have not got a clue. Hi. So I get to the job centre and I'm like, I was supposed to be having time to think, you know, if I'm going self-employed or looking for a job. But the thing is, for anyone who doesn't know, I've got a little one. It's my situation's been difficult. Like I want to try and work it around the times he's at nursery. Obviously, that most parents would like to do. You know, being on your own, it's difficult. So I'm like, oh, and the guy told me last time, not saying any names, oh, you've got to do this and you've got to do that. And he really, really put me off and proper confused me. And I was thinking, I can't really do the stuff that I love to do. Like it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy anyway, but it's not gonna be as easy as I thought. Like, why does it have to be this hard? So it really put me off to thinking I can't do it. Maybe I'll do it in the long run. I'll just have to build it up and do it in a different way because that's what I sort of want to do. Even if it was part time and then doing my other things. And I thought this is, you know, I go in today and I'm thinking, you know, positivity and all this, that, and the other. And I go in today and see this lovely woman that I've seen before. And I was like, oh, thank God I've seen her because I've seen like 3 other different people. And I told her and she was like, I don't know what I said that for. It's this, that, and the other. And it's not that hard. It's, yeah, but it's different because it's different, you know, getting used to different things again. And the system's changing, you know, with universal credit. It's changing again, is it? It was reported in the news, wasn't it? It's not doing very well because it's not helping people properly. So they're redoing that again. So I was like, well, I hope it's better this time. I didn't say that to her, but I was like, And anyway, she's there going, no, it doesn't have to, you know, you've got time to do this. You've got, it's not as hard as they made out it is. You've got to do this, this, and when she explained it, I was like, oh, right. I said, well, that's not what came across from that guy. And she was like, you know, men. And I was like, well, I said it, I went, men are from Mars and women are from Venus. So anyway, I always take stuff in. If I'm making things. No. Oh. And I know who you feel I'm a cabinet maker. I don't get what do you mean? What do you mean? And I always take stuff in because I always like to go, well, I've been doing this in my spare time. You know, I am actually doing stuff. I'm not actually just sat there. You know, I don't want to go back to it. You know, in my art stuff, I always take it in. And she's seen my stuff before. So today, I took in the bag that I'm just finishing the name off at the bottom, Dolly Daydream. And she was like, wow. She went, oh my gosh. She went, that's really fantastic. I went, yeah, I'm making some more. She went, well, that's really great. And I said, oh, yeah, you know, I do this and painting, and she's into art and stuff. And I went, you know, I make these little books up. She went, oh, like traveller's notebooks and all that. I went, yeah. And she was like, oh, my God, no, you really need to do this. And she was like proper giving me loads of confidence. And I was like, no, no, why have they told you that? Oh, no, you need to go on markets. I said, well, I'm trying to, you know, make a load of stuff. But it does take me time. Like that bag's took me about 5 days really, you know, painting, hand painted, doing all this with it. Hi. So I was like, oh, well, he was making out it was this, that, and the other. And she went, no, 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 no. She went, you need to go to this thing where you can get a bit of extra money because I couldn't go to it last time because it's only one day. It's really difficult to get there. And now it's going to be a bit more difficult because his nana was taking me last time. She hadn't got a car anymore. So, but I'm going to have to get there because you get extra money to help buy, you know, paints and things in, which I need because I don't have a lot of money. Like I said, today I didn't have any money today. I couldn't get on the bus, so I had to walk with Finn all the way there. It took about 45 minutes to get there, so I walked all the way there. But luckily, he's staying at his nana's. But I had to walk all the way back. Left my gloves at hers, and she wasn't in. I was like, I'm freezing. And I had to walk all the way back. But I walked pretty fast, so I did warm up. You know, I'm not scared. It was exercise. I was just thinking, oh, it was good exercise. Yeah, so I was just, yeah, that's what I mean. Get all the help I can because I'm one of them who's like, well, I don't. Last time I said, I went, oh, well, I don't need it then. And she was like, yes, but it's this extra money a month and it won't get taken off you. It's to buy your, you know, your craft stuff in to help you go self-employed, to get the stuff in to make the stuff. And I was just like, oh, well, I won't take it because I can't get there. She went, no, you need to get there. You need, and I thought, no, I do actually. What am I being daft for? So other people do it. So I'm thinking, right, I've got to get there. I've got to get to this appointment. So the funny thing is so I'm just saying disinformation. People can give you disinformation and it puts you off. And that's what the person did a few weeks ago. And she was like, no, it's not that. Don't know why someone said, she went, you have got a talent. You have got a talent. She went, you don't want to waste that talent. I went, that's what I was saying. I just want to do something I love. So it just shows you disinformation even on the, anything we're watching all about. There is disinformation out there that people try to give you disinformation to get you off the scent or do this, that and the other, you know what I mean? But the funny thing is when I went in, you're always doing things for other people and you never get to do anything for yourself. It's kind of, yeah, Trump is trying to change. Exactly, Trump is trying to change that because I don't do a lot of stuff. I mean, the thing is, to be honest, I don't have the money to do stuff in my situation at the minute, but that's why I'm trying to help myself to do this, but I want to do something I love. But I think I give on here, but I don't do a lot of stuff. Like, I don't go out a lot, as in, I'm not into drinking and all that, and it doesn't bother me. But certain stuff, the sad world that we live in, we do actually need money to do certain stuff. Though I'm quite comfy at home, as in what I enjoy, and that's a good thing, because some people wouldn't be comfy not watching TV or crafting. They'd be wanting, oh, and getting, but I don't get bored that way. But you know what I mean? The most disinformation comes from those who don't want you to succeed. Exactly. And I was like, the person I saw before, I was like, he was younger, and I was like, this woman's a little bit older than me. But when I walked in, what made me laugh was she went, oh my God, it's you. She went, have you had something done? I was like, what do you mean? She went, every time I see you, you look younger. And she even asked me age, and I was like, no, just happy. Because I do believe if you're happy, it can keep you looking a bit younger. If you're miserable, because once a scowl on your face doesn't do anything for you anyway. But I do believe if you, like I've said, if you're on a wrong vibration and you're on a wrong frequency, it's going to make you older before your time. And that's a fact. Yeah, so no, I said, no, I haven't had anything done. I mean, it might make me look a bit younger on here, I don't know. But I said, no, I haven't had anything done. I don't want to have things done. That's along going with my hair, because just on another note, I need to prop you up on a book, actually. I normally have books to prop you up on. You know, I haven't got a tripod, I have to use books. You know, you can use things. I'm not there with a fancy old tripod. I'm just going to bump you up on some books, people. Like this. Now, is it working? I think it's going to fall over. Are you going to fall over? No. It feels like you're going to fall over. Is that a bit too high? Ugh. Maybe that one, that'll do. That one? Yeah. So yeah, disinformation, yeah, and it's off a lot of people who don't want you to succeed. So off to work. Bye. Laters, goaters. And I was watching this is a bit of a random chat, and I was watching something last night and this morning. I was talking about Native American Indians, hence I've got my little feather earring in. And I was just trying to find an old picture of me and my sister when we went to a Western thing with my granddad, and we were dressed as Indians. And it's somewhere, but I can't find it at the minute. But I was also watching yesterday, I was watching the Native American Indians and the Pleiades, the story behind that, and I watched that. And then, oh yeah, I took some pictures. Actually, no, I'm going to talk about it tonight. I think. It may be in a live video, it may be not, because some of the videos are going to stop going live. Not all of them, just some of them, so I can get it out, and then I've got more time to craft, because I do have to concentrate on this, if this is what I want to do. Yeah, well, turquoise nails, or we'll call them Tiffany Blue, JFK Jr. But talking about hair again, and I'm going on about, I know you can't see it properly, the grey is in my hair, and it's, see this one here? Oh, this is white. Like, I feel like I need to dye it, but I'm not dyeing it. I'm trying to grow it out, because I do believe your hair is a spiritual antennae. And the funny thing was, I was talking about this the other day when I said I was sat in the garden looking at roots from the plants, pulling the weeds out, going, oh yeah, we've got hairs everywhere. I did say this the other day about hairs on your face. We have hairs everywhere, like little antennae. So I'm going to talk about that again tonight, because I found something and I took pictures of it to read it out. So I will be doing that tonight. It might be live tonight, but not all my stuff's going to be live. But when it is live, I'm going to tell you. Yeah, I am letting it grow, because, yeah, I'll be talking about the Native American Indians again and the hair thing, because I thought that's what I was saying the other day. You're not grey. I'm not grey. I'm going grey. I know you can't see it on here, but me going a better light, you might be able to see it. It's going. It's going. But, you know, I used to dye my hair. You can see it there. I don't mean it's fully grey. I'm just saying it's coming in. And it's like, you want to fight it. You're like, oh, I want to dye it because that's what people do. See it all there? See all that? All these lines here are white hair. See? See all this? See all this? Where it's reddy brown here, this is dye. This dark bit is my natural hair colour. So it is coming in. And I'm like, do I dye it? No, I don't want to dye it because I don't, but it's, you know, I'm going to do a chat on that tonight. It's hair dye. You know that word, hair dye? When you dye, hair dye, you're dyeing your hair. You're killing your hair, people. That's how I see it. And that's why I'm trying so hard not to do it. Honestly, my dad is 71 and since he's grown his ponytail, he's never looked so healthy. Well, do you know what? Funny you should say that because that's, yeah, killing it. That's what I'll be talking about. When the Native American Indians in the war had the hair cut off when they went join the army because they used them to, you know, as trackers. What happened when they cut the hair off? So I tell you what really annoys when people go on about, people go on about soy boys, not oh, they've got these ponytails. I like long hair on men, and I will be talking about that tonight, who I used to fancy in some films, and you'll never guess. Think about Vikings and things like it's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength, people, but they would say that, wouldn't they? So, so that's what I'll be talking about tonight because I read something and thought that's what I was thinking when I was in the garden the other day and I was looking at the weeds and pulled some out and was looking at the hairs and thinking they're antennae. So I will be re-going over that again because I took some pictures of what these Native American Indians believe and I was like, I need to read that out again because it totally makes sense to me. Good, because grow it, grow it, grow it. So I'll be talking about hair again tonight. I think it will be a live chat tonight, but like I said, I'm going to start doing some that aren't just to get my point across without people interfering, and then not interfering, it's just easier because if I am getting build more on my BT connection through live stream, and I don't know if anyone knows if that's what it is because I haven't got a clue, then I can't do it as much. Like I said, it's only me that does this. I don't get funded or nothing, obviously, so, you know, I might have to cut it down a little bit. So some will be not live streamed, but some will be. So I might have to do it like half and half. Yeah, you started growing yours. I just believe, I will be talking about the pictures that I took of and talking about it again and going over it again. I do believe this is why people in, say, Middle Eastern countries have long hair and they cover it up. It's like sacred. So there is a lot of things that, you know, other people know, and because we are seen more moderner, we do different things in a different way. And it's not necessarily for the good. I've just been watching a great Indian guy. I think he's Indian, so excuse me if anyone's Indian and he's not Indian. I think he's Indian, as in India in India, talking about eating meat, not eating meat, talking about sleep, talking about a load of really good things, really good meditation, and I'm looking at it and thinking, yeah, because the thing I said the other day about eating meat is if that animal's been traumatized, you are eating that, and I was saying this the other day about the energy in the animal, like that's why they don't eat cows in certain countries. Funnily enough, I don't eat beef, not because I don't like it, it's just I just don't eat it, can't afford it. Anyway, don't eat it. I don't eat pork really. A bit of bacon. I don't eat pork. The main thing I eat in this house, if we vet me, is chicken and fish, and that's basically it. And I'm trying to come down. But like I said, I don't eat beef. I don't eat pork. I don't eat anything else. And he was saying about if the animal's got emotion, because some animals don't have. Can't explain it properly, but if you go over and watch it, you'll understand. Emotion, like cows can cry tears when someone dies. That's why in countries over there, they see a cow as very sacred. Because it's like a human, it's got emotions, so you're eating, it's like eating another human, it's like cannibalism, if anyone understands what I'm saying. Don't have to believe in all this, I'm just saying. And he's got some very incisive things on different stuff, and he's got one about water. Because there we go with the water thing. When you're drinking water, I have my distiller and it puts it in a plastic container. We all know plastic's bad for you because little particles come off in you anyway. It doesn't matter how long it's been there. The container it's in is blue. It's still a plastic. Don't know if that means it's any better or good. I know it shouldn't be in that. That's what I collect it in. Elephants never forget elephants more than the dead. Yeah, so It's one of the things, so I'm going back to that, oh, I've got to go plant-based. I don't know if, like, maybe chicken and fish, but I definitely don't eat, I don't really eat pork. I don't eat lamb. I don't eat lamb. I saw about no, and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, but it's all right if you're not into that. But he explains it, the way you want to be in this, that, and the other. And it's very hard in this world today because it said even in India they're porting beef from India, and it's making it more trendy, so people want it. And we know what happens. We know what happens to all the animals. It's being that, I'm not going into all that because some people, not eat meat eaters and some harm and this, that, and the other. Yes, glass is better, and you can get a container of glass. That's what I need to get. That's why when I'm drinking water, it's normally you'll see me drinking out of a copper cup because this guy said you should be drinking out of copper, which I know anyway. That's why I got the copper cups. Also, what I do want to get in the end, the Brexit betrayal meeting in London. Whoop, whoop, let's see what happens there. She can say what she wants for the camera because the camera's a lie. Is I do need to get some sort of container that I can put my water in. Yeah, I think India does worship cows. They don't eat them, do they? They see them more as because they're more a bit. I don't mean they're like us, but they are because they have emotions. They cry. They cry. So I'll let you know. I'm gonna put the link in the description after, so you can go over and see what you think. You don't have to believe, it's whatever. But I'm just saying. I can't remember which scripture it is, but we look it up that Christ talks about. Not what goes in our body that harms you; it's what comes out of your heart. Well, they're saying if an animal's been tortured in a way because of too much consumerism, it's that energy of that animal, which I have said this before, that goes into you and you become, that energy's in you, residing in you, if you get what I'm saying. But it was just really good, and it was talking about water, and obviously I've told you about the rice experiment. Dr. Emoto did the water experiments with the crystals. What you project on water can influence you, especially when you drink it as well, because we are made up of so much % of water, and water is a particle of God, the creator, whatever you want to say. But if you go over there and listen to him, it's brilliant. But what I was thinking is, I need something that I can put my water in and store it, not in this plastic container, because someone's saying, yeah, but you put it in a plastic container. Yeah, I have, but I need some with it. I can't afford something at the minute. What I did see when I went to a spiritual event that I was thinking of today was, oh my God, when I got my copper cups, Moscow Mule copper cups, and I've got copper on here. This is copper. I love copper. I think it's so natural, so beautiful. I love copper. There was a copper keg thing, whatever you call it, like a copper one. Oh, but God, it was beautiful. Couldn't afford it, but I thought something like that in the end, if I saved up for it, I could transfer my water into that and keep it in that instead of the plastic container. It needs to fill up in the plastic container because it fits the thing, but I could transfer it after. I'm thinking, we know all these things. Some people go, oh, well, you got to be doing this, you got to be doing that. And yeah, it isn't about money, but it is because sometimes we have to buy things in this world to get those things. People go on about materialism. Yes, we know, but sad fact is we do live in a materialistic world, and sometimes we have to have money to buy things, but we can buy things that sort of are a bit better for us. And you can get water drinking containers. If you take water to work, please look into getting some sort of copper device or get a glass one. You can get glass bottles now with like a covering round it so you don't smash it. But I'm telling you now, even if you're in America and you're saying, well, we drink distilled water from bottled water. Yeah, but it's in plastic. It doesn't matter how long it's been there. You need to get, like I said, get a distiller and put it in your own glass or copper cup, not buying distilled water in plastic bottles. That water has been we know that bits of plastic come off. You can't see it in the water, and then you're drinking that water. So, yeah, glass is good. Yeah, you can get glass or copper, and you can get these glass bottles. I do want to get one. Maybe I'll treat myself next year for my birthday. As a, if you've got if you're going out to work and people are always taking plastic bottles with them, aren't they, to work? And some people save the plastic bottle and refill it. It's not good. You need a glass one. If anything, you need a glass one. You've got to look into this stuff. Get a vintage large glass water jug. Oh yeah, I have got. Do you know? I think I have got a. I have. Oh, good idea. Just let me have a hunt down the house. I'm sure I've got one. I think I was using it for, like a vase. Yeah, I can just use that, can't I? It would be nice to get one of them copper things. Yeah, only because That's not like materialistic thing. They just are beautiful. Copper is beautiful. You know, stuff from the earth and all that. So let me have a look. Yeah, that's a good idea. Hang on a minute. Oh, I can't bend down all that walking I've just done. Yeah, I have got one somewhere. Oh, where is it? Oh, I did have one. Where is it? Is it under this? Is it under here? Oh yeah. Oh, hang on. I think I've got one. Da-da-da-da. Oh yeah, I've got one. Woo! What is this crap under here? When you've got your cooking utensils, Ah, I use it as a vase to put flowers on, but guess what? That'll do. Oh, that's good. Thanks for reminding me. Just ignore the kitchen. I've not washed my pots from breakfast because we had to run out because I had to go to the job centre and we had to have breakfast. And then I had to leg it out the door because I didn't know how long it was going to take me to walk. Because like I said, I didn't have any money for the bus. So I had to do a 45-minute walk in the freezing cold and the rain to get there with little legs. And luckily I just shoved him in his buggy, shoved a blanket on him, shoved his rain cover on and walked pretty fast. Under your distiller, look for glass measuring cup to drop water in or stainless steel copper. Yeah, I've got stainless steel. I've got copper Moscow Mule cups. I've got that. Just spoke to Tommy. 1st December it is. Tommy says hello. Ooh, Tommy. Tommy says hello. Who's he saying hello to? Gotta love Tommy. What was the 1st of December? What with Tommy, did you say? See, I've not been... It's the 1st December I watched Tommy. What's happening in the Tommy thing? I've not been looking a lot lately because I've been doing this stuff, but I know he didn't go to American Congress. I know... I was speaking about the other day, the Brexit betrayal. Yeah, I know they got word over there, didn't they? And there was a big kerfuffle with a bloody activist and all that, like they did with Kavanaugh. But America knows. Do you know what I mean? They know. They know what's going on in the world. They know it's connected. People say it's not connected. I'm like, no, but the things going on in the world are connected to every country, as we know. Germany and everywhere, you know. Hi, Tap 777. Well, if you do speak to Tommy, say we all said hello and I said hello. I've seen Nigel. I was on Nigel Farage live in the chat the other day, throwing a few things out about Q. Just thought I'd see if anyone was awake in there with that sort of stuff. And a few people did. And then someone went, get back on Soapbox, Dolly, because this is not for Q. I was like, I'm not on Soapbox. And I haven't been on for a bit. It's got a lot to do with everything, actually, if you look into it. So it was quite funny. President Trump got Tommy out of prison. Yeah. Came over here, then he went back, didn't he? I've said it's all connected, but a lot of people don't listen to me. You know, it's like, connect. You watch where he goes back, and when things happen. Dolly, do what you want. Do what I want. Yeah. Oh, I do what I want. Funnily enough, I showed President Trump having the interview the other day, showing the 7 desks. The number that keeps coming in my head before he said that, I thought the other day something said 7 and I was laughing. The 7, I still haven't looked up the number 7. Greetings. And I thought, I'm going to wear this ring that I've not had on for ages with a blue. It's got blue and white stones. The blue's there, like, funnily enough, Tiffany blue here. And then white, and there's seven stones. Hi. So, Dolly, you don't have to say my whole name. Tapper is fine. Okay. Oh yeah, and then you're a 7 as well. I didn't even realise that you're a 7-7. And I was thinking about the number 7, and this is a bit of a random chat, but yeah, he was talking about the 7. They had 7 desks in the White House. You could choose which one you want. Obviously, he chose the desk that JFK had because there's a little secret door where JFK Jr. used to hide when he was a little boy. And now someone's put a picture up. 7 is lucky. Oh, maybe that's... Well, something told me when I was meditating 7. And I was like, what about 7? I live at number 6, not 7, but but my ring's got 7 on it. And I've heard in the films I've been listening a lot, there's a lot of 7, the number 7 been said. This picture is just ace. I said to my dad, laughing, well, Vincent Fusker will be in there next, won't he? Hiding in the desk, and they'll just go in and JFK Jr. will jump out because obviously we know something's coming. And look what this picture's put up. Someone's put this picture up. Like a joke. There's Vincent Fusker in the desk with the secret door that opens on President Trump's desk. That used to be JFK's desk. What used to be where John used to go in. I've been reading Tesla. Well, yep, Tesla's great. And if anyone doesn't know, here it is. Oh, hang on.
John at the time, right? John Kennedy was right here. It's a little door that opens up. Right. And that was a famous picture. I could show you that picture. In fact, I'll give it to you.
John.
But this is a very important desk. FDR, John Kennedy. We have 7 desks. And as president, you can choose any one of the desks. This is, to me, I think the most beautiful in terms of its carving. I also think, in many respects, it's, just some people that I respect.
So isn't that funny how Trump's talking about JFK and John, which if anyone doesn't know is JFK Jr. But he doesn't say JFK Jr. He just says John. Used to hide in this desk. Bringing it up lately, isn't it? Because also we know on the 22nd on Thursday is the anniversary of his dad's assassination. And we're all waiting, aren't we? So lots of things going on there. Whether it's the 22nd or someone said they've heard the 23rd, it's happening before Christmas, people. So just, me and my dad think a film's going to come out to get the sheeple ready to be like, oh my God, he's here, look at all this, we've seen him, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying this for definite as to what me and my dad are thinking, and then he's going to come out. So however it works is however it works. Pork is bad? Maybe it is, yeah. Well, like I said, I don't eat pork, I don't eat beef, I don't eat lamb. I just really eat chicken, eggs and fish, really. That's it. But I want to get more down that sort of plant-based thing again. Because don't forget, everything's living, even plants are. So everything's living because everything's one. So, I'm on pins and needles. I know, that's why I'm like, these nails are not going nowhere. Whoop, whoop. So, 2 days from now, wowzers. Yeah, if it could be a film, it could be him, it could be a film, but it's going to... Don't be dismayed if something doesn't happen on that day. It's going to... We just don't know how the way it goes round, even though we've been told, cause it's always a bit different than what we expect sometimes, but get ready for something. So I'm going to do the hair talk tonight again, because I found some lovely reading on it, and I was like, yeah, this is what I've been thinking, this is why I must not dye my hair, I must not dye my hair, I must not dye my hair. Chicken, eggs, fish is great. Yeah, because this guy was saying... less animals with a conscience. Though that sounds really weird, but I will link this. Actually, let me tell you what the guy's called, and I will link it up later. He was called, who I was watching, I think he's Indian, from India. His channel is, I think it's Vijay's. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but probably not. Ugh, why does it keep doing that?
We live in...
One of them's called iWeed Dastic. I can't even say it, so we'll have to write in after. iWeed Dastic, we spread fantastic, something like that. But his channel I actually watched. Wouldn't that be the greatest Thanksgiving ever? Yes, and that's what I mean. Thanksgiving would be brilliant. So, yeah. Just let me get this right. This is the channel. And I was watching this guy. So that was great. I was watching one on not eating meat, one on sleep, which I'm great. One on, Santa. Woohoo, that's what I mean. So it could be classed as Christmas. We don't know, so don't get upset if you don't, you know what I'm saying. One about sleep, which is funny because I watched it and I was like, yes, about sleep and about taking a shower before you go to sleep and washing the dirt off the day off. If you think about it, thinking about the water can cleanse you and wash off those energies that have stuck you throughout the day, if you get what I'm saying. Also, the biggest thing in there, which I said a few weeks ago, is one of the biggest things I found, and what you need to look at is what's waking you up in the morning. We do have a natural body clock, and sometimes, alarms, your alarms that you set, I hate them, because all you meh, meh, meh. Who wants to be woken up out of sleep or something like that? It sets you off in a bad energy, bad vibe for the day. That's why they put the noisy stuff out there. It's to set you off in a bad day, because we work off frequencies. I've said this before. So I used to have this alarm clock, which I wish I didn't give it away. I give it away or something. And it was a simulating, which probably ain't good, but simulating natural daylight. It'd come on as an alarm, but it was a light, and it'd come on slowly, like, the sunrise, and it'd wake you up because it got really light. But then you could choose, I might have to get one of these again, it was so good. You could choose a different alarm. You could have birds tweeting, the ocean, you could pick, so it lulled you out of your sleep. It didn't go like frighten you out of sleep, like, oh God, I've got to get up now, and it was one of them. It's like, ugh. Yeah, your body has natural light sensors behind you. Yeah, so, I have an alarm clock, let's face it. I have an alarm clock roughly about 5:30, 6 o'clock, which is called Finn. So I don't really need one, but yeah, I've got one in the form of a child, so don't really need one. Kids just come in your bedroom, Mom! And the thing is, because I sleep with a blindfold on, because it isn't dark enough, it's supposed to be really dark for you to sleep in, and earplugs in, even though I can hear through them. It's weird. I can't hear, but I can hear. I don't hear him come in my bedroom. I sense him. I know he's come in, and then I know he stood right in front of my face. I sense him. I don't hear him. I sense him. I'm like, I know he's in the room. I can feel he's in the room. And I wake up, and his face is right there. And you're like, oh, because I sense him. Yeah, mine is a dog and 2 cats. Yeah, and that is true about, you have to be very careful about, if you've got an alarm on, what tune it is. Like, what is it waking you up like? It's going to set you off in a bad vibration. That's why I said the other day about meditating. The reason why the world is so noisy today, I think that's manufactured as well. I know that sounds mad, but they want things noisy. I believe there's stuff out there that don't need to be that noisy. It's because it upsets your vibrations. Bonfire night. Celebrating someone who tried to blow up the government. Well, sometimes I think you should have done, shouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? But they're getting louder and louder. Some of us has discussed this. People like fireworks because they have to be happy over something, but it's like, he didn't do it though, did he? I'd be happy if he did. At the end of the day, they're getting louder and louder. They're letting kids buy them more and more, even though they're not supposed to. Way before bonfire night, a week before and weeks after, and they're all going off, and they're upsetting animals. As we know, it scares animals. I don't like big bangers anyway. It can scare young kids. And also, I've said before, the army men, soldiers and that, with the PD, I can't remember what the thing's called, it can set them off as well. It sounds like war. And lately it does. It sounds like we're in the bloody middle of a war with it all going out. Yeah, it's out of order. They don't have to be like that. It should just be for one day. Yeah, PTSD. It's setting people off. To me, that's manufactured. They want that. They want everyone freaking out. Bad energies. Energies are coming out, especially of these soldiers and stuff. And all the animals, not just your pets. Think of the animals that live outside anyway. Rabbits and foxes and natural, I don't mean natural animals, but the ones that you haven't got as pets. Birds. It must be terrifying. And they seem to be getting louder and louder every year. And this is what I'm saying about noise. There's too much. Stupid engines that are too loud. Sorry if you're into your cars. Just no need for it. Just things that are loud. People on the bus, if you get on a bus. You get on a bus and you got people shouting down the phone, annoying everybody else on the bus. I don't mean talking. I mean shouting. Like, yeah, the bus can hear you, and also the whole wide world can hear you on this bus right now. Can you just quieten down? Why do you have to be seen to be loud? Why do you have to be heard that loud? Do you know what I mean? And that annoys people. It is an annoyance because it's a noise. If you get what I'm saying, it's that frequency. It's like, for God's sake, do you have to be that loud? That's why it's hard to meditate sometimes, because a lot of things are noisy. That's why it's best to do it in the evening when things are a bit quiet. You've got traffic noise. You've got to try and sort of blink it out. If you were meditating in the day, or if you live near a noisy road, there's always noise everywhere. Noise affects us. It's frequency. Keep it down, darling. Yeah, I'm getting loud now because I'm trying to tell you. Coming down again. You know what I mean? You think it's loud now, wait till the grass on rocks sing. Yeah, and everything vibrates. The stars sing. Have you heard the stars? Have you heard the planets sing? If you go on them channels. Ooh. I saw something this morning. It was a star, but it just kept going big and small and big and small. And I think I took a video of it. I was like, what is going on? The moon last night, I put that little rubbish video up, but it looked like the sun, but it looked a bit different than that. What it was the moon. It's like I got a halo around it when the clouds were there and that. And it was just like, a lot of full moons lately. You know, I was just like, energies. Let me see if I've got it. Probably won't be able to see this. Oh no. Oh, brilliant. My son's obviously been filming my bedroom that I didn't know. Is it? No, it's me. Why have I got the... I don't even know what I was doing. No, it's not that one. This one. It's not this. It's this up here. Was it that one? Yeah. That was early this morning. That's not the moon. That's a star. Oh, well, whatever it is. Yeah, all stars do vibrate, yep. That's why you see him flickering. You can't really see because I was trying to hold it up. It was shining really bright, really big, and then it went small, and then really, really big. And I was like, wow. Yeah, they do vibrate, stars. Have you seen the video of the scientist that creates a mini star in water with sound? And yeah, I think I have. Yeah, because water vibrates, water holds information, it holds light, it holds vibration, it holds energy. That's what I was saying before. If you have that's what I was saying about, yeah, pulsified. That's what I was saying about when you have a drink of water in the morning, like this guy was saying, that Indian guy. So I will link, well, I won't link it. I don't know. I'll put the name in after you can, yeah, it holds memory. That's why I think, as above, so below, is space up there like liquid, water, plasma, water, stars shine through it like they do in water, you know, as above, so below, the waters of heaven, if anyone gets what I'm saying. When you have a drink of water in the morning, especially if it's distilled, but you can bless it anyway if it's not, you need to put your thought and intention on it. This is what I said before, and he was saying it as well. I was like, yes, and you can charge it with crystals and stuff, but if you're putting an intention on it and you're looking at that with a good thought, and then you drink it, you're putting that energy, because water holds memory and what you're saying to it in your body, and we're made up of so much percent of the water, so you become the water. You know, like Bruce Lee once said, be like water. Be like water. Do you think they killed him off? Do you think he knew something? Because I think he did. Yeah, the firmament. The firmament, I believe, is like water. That's why I said when you see the spiritual music I play, the 432, I'll show it again. The video to it reminds me of stars shining or the sun shining through water. You know, because you get them beams of light that come down. Well, that's what happens in water, doesn't it? And I've heard things about dolphins could be like Pelagian, sort of, because dolphins are very intelligent and the way they move through water. No wonder they're trying to poison our waters and poison our oceans. Why? Because it's a bit like dropping the ocean. It's like God source, creator source, isn't it? Water. And we're all made of water as well. And no wonder they're trying to poison our oceans, because, you know, intelligent life forms that live in there. Where is it? If you get what I'm saying. I know I say I can't always explain what I mean, but I know what I mean. I know what I mean to myself. I just find it difficult to explain it to everybody else. Is it quiet now? We use waves to our neighbours and yell good morning every day to today one I go. Bruce Lee was a tea leaf reader. Oh, was it? Was it? You're drinking the water that the dinosaurs drank. Yeah, kill the fish, infect the water, put plastic in it, plastics. What do they put in the sea? Plastic, plastic dumping, we don't actually need plastic. We don't. We have got stuff that we don't need plastic. We can use other stuff. The cycle never ends. Yeah, yeah. Let me find it. Right. So this video, this one.
If spirituality is a major part of your life,
And that Indian guy also goes on about faith and spirituality in the way. Yeah, this look. See this? That reminds me of when light shines through above, through the clouds, but that's water in the sea. So you get all these lights that come down. So as above, so below. The firmament looks like planets and stars shining through the firmament, the waters of heaven. The waters above shine through like that. Do they not? The great flood, was it? The heavens above opened, the waters above opened onto the earth. That's why the flood was huge. Came down. Just saying, just chucking it out there, you know, just like, Trump made some jokers recently about some people maybe part Palladian. He didn't. He didn't. I think he is. You know, his skin does look a bit orangey, like they say tan, but he's always white under it. I'm thinking, he got makeup on. Is his skin like glowing white, really? Because really, he's from the stars and he's a Palladian. Just putting it out there. I did say that yesterday. I think he's part of some family line or something. He did. What did he say? He's been saying some right funny stuff about that shit guy. What's his name? He sounds like shit. And he said, he tweeted out, oh, it wasn't I think I need to, lip gloss. I think I need to, what was it? Say sorry or something, and called him a little shit, as in a little shit. And I was like, yes, I can't remember what the tweet was. It was hilarious. Hilarious. So, on my fruity tea today, because I've not even got any milk in today. Not doing well, am I? Couldn't afford to get the bus and I've got no milk in. I've got to wait till tomorrow. Not that that's going to, I'm trying to get off the milk. We don't have cereal anymore with milk on. I only really have it in tea. And if I'm having one coffee a day now, because I'm trying to get off that. I did find it hard, but one's better than 4. So, yeah. I would make... So, he's half Scottish. We Scots are naturally peely. Well, and I was watching something last night with this Scottish thing in it, and something about someone saying Trump was the true king of really where the Queen is. His family MacLeod, and then you think of what's that film? Highlander. And all this really weird stuff, and you're thinking. And then I was learning about the stone of, they always go on about stones. Like I was watching The Knowing last night, but I caught the end of it, so I didn't see it. But it was the alien thing, wasn't it? And what were those bodies at the end? They were light bodies, weren't they? That's how I see them. It looked like this really weird person, if you've seen it, obviously, the people that take the children, and they look really weird, like greys or something, and then light comes out of the mouth, but when that sheds away or disappears, the people are, they're just bodies, but they're light bodies, aren't they? Because that's what we've got, light bodies. So that was interesting as well, because I was like, And they weren't afraid of dying, that family, because they knew they went on after. The other people all running around like, whoa, it's the end of the world. And they were like, we're going to stay up here and just get killed. Like, they were all going, get in your bunkers and all that. And he's like, but we know you go on after. So that was really great. Trump is like William Wallace. Yes, he is William Wallace of America. That's why I said it's a bit connected. You've got William Wallace in America, which is Trump, and the William Wallace in the UK is Tommy Robinson. So there you go. But what am I looking for now? I forgot what I'm looking for. What am I looking for? Was I looking for a picture? Can't remember. Yeah, so there's all that stuff about, Palladians and different things and all this stuff going on. What was it about the Scots I was watching something about? Oh, I was learning about, the stone, because that had a stone in that film in the Knowing, didn't it? And then you got the Philosopher's Stone. And then there's always a stone in something, like Lord of the Rings has a stone in it. Well, the one I was looking for the other day was Hobbit's Journey, where they were looking for that stone. I can't remember what it's called. There's a stone. Sorry, I can't remember the name. What is the stone the royals are supposed to sit on? It's under one of the chairs, the thrones, and it's a stone, but it's kept in Scotland. But when they need it, it comes back because it's supposed to hold power. Whoever sits on that at the time when they need it helps them win the whatever that stone's called. Does anyone know what I mean by that stone? Especially if you're Scottish. But it's kept in Scotland. So then it's like, really? So it's meant to be the royals, but it's kept in Scotland. And whose mother was Scottish? Yeah. Maybe he sat on that chair because whoever sits on it. Stone of Destiny. Yeah, is that what it's called? But did it have another name though? Because it's a big slab in it that's under the chair. I have seen it before and thought, Trump went to Scotland, didn't he, when he was playing golf, just before he met the Queen, when he stood in front of the Queen and everyone said it was rude, but we all know why he stood in front of the Queen. It's like, get out of the way. Ugh, I'm in charge. Checkmate. Boof, like that sort of thing. Maybe he is the true king of the world. King of, over here. Because you look at most places that are controlling, UK, monarchy, France, EU, with their blue and white flag, our blue and white flag, America's blue and white flag, is Canada blue and white, or is it red, white, and, is Canada red, white and blue, or is it just red and white? Australia, why are all them colours the same compared to other people's flags? Red, white and blue. Yeah, just saying. A lot of Scottish people up north hate Trump because of how he got his golf course. Yeah, I saw all the thing about his golf course, but at the end of the day, mainstream media were reporting on it. I know about the houses and all that sort of stuff, but the true thing behind it, to me, won't be the truth, do you know what I mean? And especially if mainstream media put it out to the people, like they already do, like we already know, then, it's a different story to really why. Maybe it needed to be in that area because I believe maybe it was ley lines that are there, the energy, what holds the energy. A lot of buildings are put on energy lines, and maybe if it's for bloodlines, certain things, whatever. But I do believe, and Scotland's a very beautiful place. I've never been, but beautiful place, lots of beautiful place, and you wonder why, like, is it the House of Windsor's up there, whatever's up that way, probably got a bit more fresh air and stuff up that way. I've heard the true monarchy is a sheep farmer in Australia. Well, they killed them off, didn't they? Some of the monarchy, killed them off, didn't they? A certain family got in there, starting with R. Yeah, a lot of Scottish people just I don't know what people do when they're not told the truth, though. That's why, different clans, the Irish, and my second name's Irish, yeah. Ah, you live close to the golf course. Yeah, it's incense. It's incense. Um, yeah, the knowing. I think I have seen it before, but I don't remember. And I just saw the end bit, and that was enough. I was like, oh, the knowing. As I was talking about knowing yesterday, and the spiritual light beings, and I was like, oh, here they are. This in the film. They look like this in the film, but I sort of. I'm not saying they look like this, but that's what I sort of see it as, a light being. It looks like a body. When people say, I saw the light, I went towards what I think were my ancestors. Always in films are predicted like this. Not saying that this is what they look like if it's predicted like this in a movie, but that sort of, there's the little boy and there's the light being. So they look sort of like body forms, but they're just light, full of energy, full of, And that's the bit I saw at the end, and I was like, oh. And he was holding a stone, that stone, because I can't remember what the beginning of the story was, all about the end of the world and all that in it. I was just like, interesting. If you go to Scotland, then go to the Glasgow side. Yeah, I've met, I don't mean I've met a few Scottish, but I've been in contact with a few Scottish people, and the ones I've been in contact with are very nice. 4 students took the stone. Yeah, I saw that. 4 students took the stone one night, and had one made to look like the same. The Queen sat on the wrong stone on her. Good. Because the story goes, I believe, that if you sit on it and that intention sort of thing you want out to help win the people or win the war or whatever happens for the person who sits on it. So thank God she sat on the wrong one then. not the end of the world for us, is it? It's the end of the world for them. So maybe Trump sat on it, the real one. Do you get what I'm saying about king and queen and Trump's the rightful king or something like that? It sounds a bit nutty, but maybe he has. Elizabeth II should not be our queen. There is a brother before her, but they locked him away. Yeah, I believe in all that, and they killed a lot of royals off as well, the real ones, because a certain family got in there, didn't they? I don't think she'll be there much longer. I don't mean they're there, I just mean she'll be passing it on. But he did say the other day, Prince Charles, about, doing it different this time. Not because maybe he wants to, maybe because he's been told he has to, because everything will come out, if you get what I'm saying. That's what he said on TV. Macbeth was killed not far. Yeah, Macbeth, was it you who said something about the three witches the other day? I read the thing and I was like, that's really good. That is really good. Something about coming back I just thought brilliant. Also, I've not watched it yet. I'm going to be watching a little video about the rainbow people that are coming to save the earth, meaning spiritual people. And I saw that this morning. I'm walking this morning in the rain. A van goes past because I believe you can get signs. Because we live in a modern day, we get them in different signs, so it can be modern, it might not be. But apparently I didn't know there was a massive rainbow yesterday. I didn't see it, but I got to my Finn's nana's house and said, oh yeah, about rainbows. So she went, there was a massive rainbow yesterday. I went, was there? Because I was watching that. And then a van goes past with a massive big rainbow symbol on the side of it. I was like, oh, because you can get it in different signs in different ways, especially with modern days today. A quote, yeah, when shall we meet again? Quote from Macbeth, Three Witches. Yeah, because I held that Three Witches up, didn't I? So I read that and I was like, They always wanted to get rid of the wise people, didn't they? The people of Earth, the people who worked with the earth, like I said, indigenous or like tribal native people, Native American Indians and all the other ones that are around the world that are the same, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, I was just like, And then I was thinking more about, I will be showing this again tonight, but I will be repeating this bit I'm about to say now. Prince Charles looks like, yeah. So when I've watched films like Who Remembers Neverending Story, when I was younger, the two boys in it, the one I would fancy in it, the one I thought was cute when I was younger was, guess who it was? Atreyu. Who was Atreyu? I think that was his name. He was the Indian boy, Atreyu. I liked him. I used to watch a lot of cowboy and Indian films with my granddad because he loved them. And he liked John Wayne and all that, get off your horse and drink your milk. And as we used to say, that's what my granddad used to say. And the person who I fancied in, do you remember the film Young Guns with Emilio Estevez? Guess who I fancied in that? It wasn't Emilio Estevez, it was the Indian guy in it. I don't know why, just attracted to the Indian guy. Avatar. I actually fancied Jake in Avatar. No, I'm not, well, I'm not saying that, I can't say I'm not Indian, I might have been in a past life, I'm not, but I might have been, that memory coming through. I'm thinking, is that what memory is? It comes out in different ways. Also, Avatar, that reminds me of Native American Indians when the Americans went in and did what they did, but they put it in a film where they're aliens, like blue things, different, but they reminded me of Native American Indians. And guess what? I didn't fancy Jake when he was Jake, I fancied Jake when he was the blue native thing. I fancied him as the blue thing, not as the human. So that's me with my weirdness. Transformers, I actually fancied Bumblebee, not the humans. I thought the car was really cute. I know that sounds bonkers, but I did. Star Wars, everyone knows this, they think I'm mad. I quite liked Chewbacca. I just think Chewbacca's cute. And when I watched one of the latest ones, I thought he nearly got killed, but it wasn't. It was Han Solo, and I was crying in the cinema. I was like, oh, it's not Chewbacca. That's all right. It's not Chewbacca. Hairy Chewbacca. It's not Chewbacca. That's fine. But when I look back now, I've seemed to have fancied like people who sort of with long hair. I do love long hair. And I'm just about to show you a picture. Oh, it's an old one, that one. You should research like a majority Indian city of America. Yeah, that's what I mean. And they put all stories out there. But you see this guy here, I'm sorry. I know he's young, but I'm like, woohoo! I know he's a model or obviously something, but I was like, oh, Jesus, Wow, look at that hair. Oof. Some women don't like guys with long hair, but is he not gorgeous? He's Indian, more like his buckle. What is that? Oof, men with long hair. Men with long hair are nice too. I was like, but I've always, thinking about films now, I don't know if it's because I used to watch westerns with my granddad, but I always like the Indian guys. I mean, sorry, I know he's a model and everything, but how gorgeous is he? His hair. Oh, woo, beautiful. Beautiful. And some Native American Indians did have dreadlocked hair as well. It's not always what you think. Some of them didn't always have sleek hair. Some of them had wild hair. And I'm going to talk about that tonight because they said there's different ways with the sleek or the curly hair and what we've got. So I will be talking about the hair thing tonight and showing them gorgeous pictures again. Dolly, I love it. Dolly, Chewbacca is awesome. Honest to God, it wouldn't have been Luke Skywalker or Han Solo. I'd be dating Chewbacca. I was like, yes, Chewbacca, you're dead tall. You're a bit hairy. Well, you're really hairy. I love Chewbacca. I've got Chewbacca the toy. I give it to my son, but really it's mine. But I just pretend it's his because I love Chewie. Everyone knows, if you know of me off the Discord, when Chewbacca does that noise, I just think it's hilarious. I think it's so funny. Not as good looking as me. Well, I can only see a dragon. Oh, you shaved your hair off. Yeah, defo memories of your past life. Yeah, well, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about past lives the other day, and I thought, well, you never know. That woman said, oh, that was you when you were younger, which was an Indian-looking woman. I'm not saying Native American Indian, but she, long dark hair. I've always resonated, like my dad's always, he had Native American music, got me into that years ago, and just different things. You only think back, they grew corn and had cities, but they destroyed each other in wars. Yeah. You like Vin Diesel? I do like Vin Diesel, actually. I like bald heads as well. I like long hair, but I do think there's a spirituality in long hair. But I do, yes, I do. I like Vin Diesel. Don't know if he's good or bad, but I do actually like, well, he has got a big, deep voice. But I did see him on a programme once, thought he's quite nice. I don't know which side he's on, you know what I mean? But I did, yeah. Women's hair in the Bible, your crown and glory. Yes, this is what I'll be talking about tonight. I'm doing a chat tonight on hair and some other bits that I was reading. I was like, yeah, I need to read this out to you all because it was beautiful. Then surviving Indians turned to the light and stopped the wars later, though. Maybe that's when the Palladians came. But I do think, like I said before, we'll be mentioning this again, like I'm trying to stay off dyeing my hair because this colour at the bottom is not natural. This light brown is not my colour. This is dye faded. My hair's darker. It doesn't look it. We're white in it. They say, you know, the way words are written, hair dye, your hair dye, your hair's dying with hair dye. You're putting chemicals on your head. Hair dye. I know they use dyes in different countries like henna, which I have used before, but the only thing with henna is, you can use henna dye, but the only thing with henna is, I've used it before, it builds up, it can thicken your hair and stuff, and it's great. I've used that, you know, it's like putting cow pat on your head. That's what it looks like in the bowl. It smells really earthy and it's, you know, greeny brown. And I've used that before, but it builds up and stays in your hair. So if you ever wanted to dye hair with another dye, not that I would be doing, it's hard and you have to grow it out. It's like a good stain. If I ever did want to keep my hair brown, because I don't know what I'm doing with the grey bit yet, if I'm going to let it come through and see if it suits me when it comes through more, if I ever did, it'd be henna. But I believe you've got to get a good henna because there are some hennas out there that have all this stuff in that they're not meant to. And it's hard to say what's natural these days with the way they mess with stuff. I used to love guys with long blonde hair when I realised it wasn't the guy. Oh well. That's all good. Vin Diesel in Chronicles of Riddick, Faye film. Yeah, I like that film. Elementals. Dame Judi Dench, spiritual being that have no laws of physics. We just got light rain now, but might turn to snow later. Oh, they keep going about snow, don't they? Yeah, I was in that rain before. It was light because I had to walk to the job centre because I had no money to get the bus. So it was a 45-minute walk at a fast speed, so it is a bit longer, and a 45-minute walk back. But I didn't have Finn. I took him to his nana's, but I had to take him. So I said, oh, get in your buggy, Mummy's going to walk. And he went, are you going to walk fast? I went, yeah. And then I walked back on my own. It was a good walk. I just saw it as exercise. Some people might think, God, that's a long walk, walking fast. But I saw it as exercise, but it was bloody freezing. I was so cold. But what do you do when you got no money? You have to walk. So I did. I got blonde hair and blue eyes. Oh. Used to dye each other's hair. It would run us all out of the house. Yeah. I see. I do like guys with blonde hair, but I've normally always gone for like brown hair. Don't really know what colour eyes, but normally. But then again, I do like a bit of, Thor, and he's got blonde hair. I bleach my hair. Oh, I'm talking about bleach tonight. Killing your little antennae off, AJ. Talking about that tonight. Had to cut my hair, help a friend get a job at a barber shop. Had to cut my hair. What do you mean you had to cut your hair to help a friend about what? He had to cut your hair to show that he could cut hair so to get a job? Is that what you mean? Yeah? Turning grey now. Yeah, but you see, men look fantastic with grey hair. And I actually do think women do, because I've seen some gorgeous pictures of women with grey hair. The only thing is some women, I do think you have to put a bit of makeup on because it can wash you out. But, and like I said, you have to change your colour of clothing and everything because it's different. It's not the same as me having... If I went whitey grey, it's going to be just totally different from me having brown hair, and that's the shock what it is. But I love guys when they have streaks in the front of grey. It's very distinguished. It's very gorgeous. I always liked him from Scotland, Sean Connery, from grey hair. Like, you should watch the POTUS pardon of the turkeys today. Peas and carrots, see if Trump's signalling anything. What time's it on? I will be looking because I haven't got fin till Monday, so that's brilliant. I've got loads of time of this special week as well. I'm like, woohoo! I've got loads of time to get some craft stuff done for, I went to Job Centre today to get some stuff done. That's why I said some videos are going to be coming not live and some will be live because I really need to get into getting my life sorted with this sort of stuff, which I've been doing because I went in today and showing her the art I've been doing, and she went, you need to do it, you've really got a talent there. And like I said, she did say to me today, for anyone who's just come in, what are you doing, even though I've got grey hairs, what are you doing? You look younger every time I see you. And I just went, I'm just happy vibrations, love vibration. I didn't say that to her. If you're not happy, you're going to look older. If you drink loads, you're going to look older. It's not a thing that makes you well. Just saying. But yeah. Sean Connery, the name's Bond, Brooke Bond. I make a good cup of tea. Silver grey looks nice, or platinum gold grey. Yeah, I do. I look at women all the time. I look at women's hair all the time, the ones who've gone grey, and I just think who've managed to grow it out, and I think, it's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. So beautiful. Sean Connery, then it's about 1. Yeah, I don't know what time that is our time. You need to start selling for extra cash. I've made the books up. I've told people that it's on Instagram, Dolly Daydream, my little books. My bags are going up there now. I'm hoping to get some up by this weekend because I did some more and I just need to do the stitch work on them and all that. But they are definitely going up. But that's what I mean. I need to get my energy put into my creativity because I'm doing it all the time. I'm doing it while I'm watching telly. I'm doing it all around the clock. And I have all these ideas coming in. She actually said to me today, just do a couple of things and get organised with what you're doing first. I'm like, I know I'm a bit of a... all this information's coming in and I want to do everything. Yeah. Ooh, 400 plants. What small plants are? Oh, thank you, Dave. There was something about I don't know if it's on my phone. If it's on my phone, let me find it. I watched something about the lights, and I don't know if it was Rainbow Warriors or the Warriors of Light, and it was just dead good. I bet it's not on my phone. I bet I'll have to probably tell you about it tonight. And I just loved it. And let me see if I did do it on my phone. I probably didn't. No, I don't think I did. Something about Rainbow Warriors and Shining the Light. It was just dead good. It was dead good. I was like, woo! Hi. I don't know if I wiped you off by accident yesterday, actually, Kay. I don't know what your name, can't say your name. If I wiped you off by accident yesterday, I'm not quite sure. I did do somebody by accident as I was talking to it about my dad today. I was like, oh, I think I knocked someone off by accident. Morning, lass. Here's a bit of your bits you didn't know about Obama. I bet I do. It's not the one where he's, oh, Alison Mack. Is that the Alison Mack out of the Superman series? Because we're all talking about Haiti at the minute, aren't they? Yeah, because we know what's been going on with there, don't we? Like, oh, let's get the Save the Children funding and let's do the Amber Alert that they have in America. Yeah, the Amber Alert with kids, you know, kids go missing. Where are them kids going missing to? Oh yeah, all that's starting to come out now, isn't it, for the people that don't know about it. You are 5 hours ahead of DC, so I believe that. Oh, well, I'll be checking about it tonight. It'll say live on, like, the ones I go on, like, Space Force and Golden State Times and stuff, so I will be looking, and I'm sure they'll have it on Soapbox. 11-year-old Wendy's Alison Mack. Oh, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the picture with Alison Mack. You mean the picture where Obama was stood next to her? The one with Tom Hanks as well. That story. Is that the story you mean? Adrenochrome, yuck. Yeah, I know about adrenochrome. Yeah. That I've seen that picture of Obama and that story. That was a bit ago actually, but yeah, it's probably all coming to the forefront now, isn't it? Has anyone seen anything of Hillary and Obama about on the internet anywhere? Anybody? Yes, that moon egg shape yesterday. We will be healed and young again. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Or is the one hallelujah, hallelujah. We've had that one. Thank you. And like I said, if you haven't gone and listened to the Greatest Showman on Earth songs, you really need to go and listen to Rewrite the Stars. I just love it. And A Million Dreams. I just love it. It's just going with the vibrations of what's happening. But there was something about, I was watching something about the rainbow people or something, and coming to help and be a light warrior. Do you know what I mean? Put your truth out there. The reason why the world went so shite was because, I know I can't say this word properly, someone took the mick out of me yesterday, but I don't really care. Complacent. Is it complacent? When you turn a blind eye to something, I know some people have been blackmailed and that, but maybe turning a blind eye to something and you know it isn't right. That's what's happened. So you've got to shine your light out there and talk the truth. The more people that talk the truth, the more it gets out. Like, this is what this whole movement's about with Q and everything. The more the world sees, the more the world wakes up, the more evil can't carry on doing what they were doing, because we all know about it, basically. Boom. Basically is the basics of that. Hospital morning, G11 hope to all patriots. Not with her. Sorry, I forget who's who on here sometimes. Are you at hospital? Is it the one whose wife was in hospital? Is that you? Sorry, I just forget because that many people come on sometimes. I forget. I can't remember the pictures and names sometimes. Sorry. Heard that Hillary and Billy cancelled their tour due to low ticket sales. Yeah. Did you see the Hillary in her? No, the look on her face, she was getting yelled at. Good. I'll find the more you speak, the more truth, the harder it is to lie. Exactly. You know when someone's lying, it's like, so it's easier to talk the truth than it is to lie. Not with her. Was it you saying about your wife's in hospital? Was it you? Did you? If it was you, did you get a crystal? Did you find one? Just seeing if these pictures on here. I find the more you speak the truth, they must be in the sort of, oh yeah, some sort of panic. Wowzers. Let me just see if that's on here. No, I haven't took a picture of it, but like I said, I'll just tell you the things that I've been watching again. Oh, it's cold today. And then I will link it up after. So I was watching The Taurian is the best lie detector in the Zodiac. Oh, but yeah, my mum and sister are Taurian. Right, so I was watching, I don't know if it's Varjays. Some things on Varjay. I think it's I'm probably saying it's totally wrong, but there you go. And I will put the name in after. Oh no, this is Tastastic. I can't even say that. Yeah, I watched that one, but it wasn't that one. Why are you giving me that one for? Oh, this one. Talking about sleep, but he's got some great videos on there. Dolly watched Sense8. Oh, don't you talk about Sense8. That is absolutely brilliant. Is that where the people with the 8 senses, when you're together and they're not together, they're together? I saw it the beginning of this year and I loved it. And then they brought one special one back, didn't they? Because everyone called for the last one to come back because it ended a bit like, well, what's gone on? And then it came back on. I was like, yes, they've made a new series. They didn't. They just did the big special one. I loved that. That was brilliant. If anyone's not seen Sense8 on Netflix, you really need to go and watch it. I loved that. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. If anyone's got anything for me to watch on Netflix, we know about Netflix, but is anything worth watching, let me know. It was the best series ever. It was so, is that thing, we're all connected, aren't we? Like, they could be with you, but they were somewhere else, like the woman in India, the beautiful woman in India who was with that guy. You connected, like, through telepathy and stuff, and you could be there in your body next to each other, and they help each other. Oh, God, it was brilliant. But there's that connection thing, chucking it out there in your face again. Connection, we're all connected. And we work better in a team when we're all connected, like they did, didn't they? You know, someone said to me a few weeks back, no, you work better on your own. Actually, you work really well in a team if you're all working together, you know, because you might have different attributes and talents and stuff that you can help each other with. That's why you share stuff with people. Hi. So I watched that, and then I was watching, and don't forget to start doing some, pumping some music out on a 432 hertz, because that's why my plant seems to be coming back a lot brighter green. See the light greener ones, because it was dying off, and I've been playing that music and it seems to be doing better. Yeah, the more the merrier, exactly. With people who hold good energy, because if people hold good energy, you're bouncing off their energy. You're not really nicking each other's energy. You're just lifting it. If you're around people that suck your energy off you, they're going to take your energy and use it, and you're going to have nothing left. That's why you feel crap when you're around people who are just energy vampires or whatever you call it. You need to not be around people like that. It's hard sometimes, but it is the truth. You don't have to be there that long. I also watched this is it, Warriors of the Rainbow. I need to read this to you before I go, and I'll pull a card before I go, because I just was like, oh, this is resonates with me. Just love it, you know, loved it. So let me read. I'll have to read this out. Can't put the music on. Humankind has not woven the web of life. We are but one thread within it. Warriors of the Rainbow. Warriors of the Rainbow. When the earth is dying, there shall arise a new tribe. Oh, yes. Of all colours and all creeds. Oh, yes, because we're all connected. I'll tell you where this was. I'll link this all up after I put it, what it was. This tribe shall be called the Warriors of the Rainbow. I got told there was a rainbow yesterday, and I was thinking about this today. Walked down the street and there's a massive rainbow on the side of a van. Warriors of the Rainbow, and it will put its faith in actions, not in words, because that's what I said before about Obama and people before. You said this, words, so people are like, oh yeah, they've said this, but you didn't put the action to it, did you? Far from it. Actions speak louder than words. I watched Cloud Atlas yesterday, very good. Told you, I was like, whoa. Cloud Atlas, go and watch it if you haven't seen it. Prophecy of the Native American... See, there we go again. Off on the Native American Indian thing. Hang on. I have to keep stopping it. Prophecy of the Native American Indian Hopi people, if that's how you say it. I've talked about them before. I'm not looking at chat at the minute, so you'll have to chat among yourselves. The Warriors of the Rainbow would spread these messages and teach all peoples of the earth of Eno. I don't even know who it is. I'm saying that's Palladian. They would teach them how to live the way of the... Hang on. Elohim, is it? The way of the Great Spirit. Great Spirit. The tasks of these warriors of the rainbow are many and great. I'll jump in when I've read this. I just want to read it all out because it's lovely. We are part of the earth and it is part of us. Chief Seattle, I think it is, somebody. There will be terrifying mountains of, can't see, of arrogance, is it? Ignorance? Can never say that word. To conquer, and they shall find prejudice and hatred like they do. They must be dedicated, unwavering in the strength and of strong heart. You've got to have a strong heart, believe in what you believe in. I'll come in chat when I've read it. They will find willing hearts and minds that will follow. Sounds a bit like the Q movement. Then on this road of returning, Mother Earth, my tattoo, Mother Earth to beauty and plenty once more, like it should have always been, and was, and will be. You can go and see this video, it's gorgeous. When we show our respect for other living things, they respond with respect for us. Yeah, we are living in that time now. A new universe is flying through the cosmos, about to enter Earth's heavens. It's here. Julia Roberts, I've heard about all that. Prophecies foretell of a people who will rise from the earth's ashes like the thunderbird, symbolising a rebirth, which on Vincent Fusca's shop that went on Facebook, if you know about all that, did have a picture on a t-shirt of the phoenix rising. And guess what colour it was? Blue. Tiffany blue. When I did a video on that months ago, if you want to find it, I saw the symbols in that shop and that shop disappeared. They will be pathfinders, leading the way to a new universe, a new reality. I'll jump in chat when I've finished it. Great leaders, spiritual leaders, and warriors of many nations, they're all over, we're all over, will be born and they will cleanse the earth for a rebirth, because that's what's happening, it's a rebirth. Hi. Together. They will be called rainbow warriors. They will gather the 4 sacred directions. Think of the elements, people. I've always talked about the elements. They will be called rainbow warriors. Oh yeah, they will gather the 4 sacred directions. All distinctly separate, but forever connected in the circle of life. They will bring together the 4 races of man to live in peace. The 4 sacred directions, the 4 races of man, are symbolised by the magnificence and glory of the rainbow. The sacred circle of the life returns slowly but inevitably back to the place where it began. As each age passes, it cannot be reclaimed. Now is the time we begin to prepare ourselves to become inheritors of Mother Earth. To become warriors of the rainbow for the sake of our children's children and all humanity, which I've shouted out in here all the time. The road of the future is not red, it is a rainbow leading to the Creator's grace, the way of prayer, good works, faith. To be chosen to walk through the path to the light is not a decision made by some religious leader, a government, agency or politician. And remember, Trump's not a politician. I'll come in chat when I finished it because I can't see, but this was brilliant. Our very survival depends on it. It is a personal choice made by a mind and heart made free of idols of modern materialism, which I've said about celebrities and this and the other. It's a decision made between you and the Creator. One with nature and all creation. I always talk about nature. Makes you well. The world is a dangerous place, not because of those who do evil, but because of those who look on and do nothing. As I said before, you're looking on something and you know it's wrong and you're going along with it or acting like it's not happening. Do you know what I mean? That was Albert Einstein. Save the earth. Save Mother Earth. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Look at that picture. Turn on the light. All races, all creeds. Watch. Turn on the light. I'll jump in a minute. Let me not pray to be sheltered from dangers, but to be fearless in facing them. The Rainbow Warriors. Freely adapted from Creepypasta, Hopi Prophecy. Yeah, oh, that was it. Was that it? I think that was it. What did you think of that? I think that was it. I will put the... Oh, hang on, it's not finished. Is it finished? I think that was it. Anyway, you get the gist. Shine your light, people, and tell the truth, and don't stand for things that we know are not good. It's all illusion. The only time that matters is now. Yeah, but you've got to shine your light out there and be positive. She's just waking up. Does anyone know on here, when I asked this the other day, if I'm live streaming, does it cost me more money on my Wi-Fi, like through BT? Because it's pathetic what I'm paying for it at the minute. And I was like, why is it this much? I don't use the phone. I just have the connection, paying for the connection of the phone and the connection of Wi-Fi. But apart from that, do you, because I don't know, is anyone technically thinking on it? I don't know. Do I pay more for live streaming? Because I live stream a lot for a couple of hours. That's why I said some are going to have to go down to not being live, because I think so. Yeah, I think so. I was trying to ask my dad, but he doesn't know because he's not. He's like me, like, I don't know. No, it shouldn't be if yours is unlimited. I'm sure it was unlimited, but the price I'm paying at the minute is absolutely extortionate. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I'm going to phone them and I'm going to find out and then change it, because that's one thing I've noticed about these places, phone call centres and all that. I've noticed that they have that trick out there. If you don't ring up, or say you didn't know her, you didn't ring up because you thought you're still on a contract, you don't ring up, they just carry it on and they'll charge you more unless you ring up and say something. Extra charges you don't know about. Exactly. And that's how they get you. So I will be ringing up and asking what it is, because I think it's disgusting what they're charging me. Do you want to know how much they charge me this month? No wonder I've got no money. Do you want to know how much they charge me? I don't use the phone, right? I don't use the phone for phone calls because I use my mobile. It's not the same connection as my phone. What are you paying, Matt? Do you want to know what mine was this month? I'm like £74. I don't use the phone. All it's connected is the phone line and a Wi-Fi. What? Or was I on unlimited for 12 months and then they take it off you? Do they do that sort of thing where it's unlimited for 12 months and then maybe it's that? So I do need to ring up. Exactly. I was like, what the I've got no money. I had to walk to the job centre today. I had no money for the bus. I've got no money for milk. I've not got no money till tomorrow. I'm like, what the... Exactly. So if live streaming's taking a lot up, I'm going to have to cut my live streaming down. But also, I do need to check my contract, because I'm a bit one of them. I'm like, oh, it's just on the same contract. But I believe now that's how they get you sometimes. If you don't ring up and find out, yeah, my contract, I need to ring up and change it. Because I was like, what? Because they're not going to ring you up and go, we're taking more money off you. Do you want to stop it? No, they wait till you realise, don't they? Because I've had that done before. So I was like, what the... So we'll be ringing saying, who do you think you are? Blah, 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 blah. Especially me on my own. I'm like, hello? Oh, I'm going to complain, all right. I'm going to complain. I was like, how much? How much? What the... Do you know what I mean? Even if... I just think it's ridiculous. Even if you're not on bloody unlimited. It's just pathetic. Pathetic. So that definitely needs changing. Because like I said, they don't ring you up to tell you that, do they? You've got to ring them up. O2's the best mobile. That's not my mobile network. That's just the thing that I had in the house. I had BT because it was just a line that was connected to Wi-Fi. I'm on a different thing for my mobile phone. But I'm like, what? Which I've just changed the tariff on that. Good, so good. But yeah, I definitely need to do that. Yeah, I've put my PayPal link in. It's my email address, because I said if anyone wants to help with funding the channel, they can. And I am starting to put that in the link to this. So when I come off here, It's not a link. I'm just going to put all the names in a way. You can do that if you want to. Don't have to. I'm just saying it's just a choice because some people have asked. But yeah, I'm just like, what the hell? What the hell? Not that they know I'm a single mother and all that, but it's just like, I hate the way they do this sort of stuff. Like, if you don't know, they're not going to ring you up and tell you, oh, by the way, you finished because I'm going to forget that I've had a 12-month plan or whatever. So your 12-month plan is up. Would you like to change? Because we see you're paying too much money. Are they balls going to tell you that? Because they want the money, don't they? But I was just like, this month, I was like, what the hell? I won't be able to live stream anymore. This is ridiculous. Oh, I'm going to have to cut my live streaming down. So, yes, I will sort that out and find out about it. And if I'm on I think it's gone over the 12 months, so I should be able to redo another contract. I'm not really brainy with all that sort of stuff, but obviously I should be able to get a new contract, shouldn't I? I'll just complain and say that I'm leaving, saying how disgusting it is. I'm a mother who, couldn't afford a breakfast this morning. Jesus, do you know what I mean? Had to walk, 45-minute walk and back. Oh. Why, what's going on with Kathy? What's unsubbing and resubbing? Yeah, sometimes you have to do that. If some people say they don't get notifications that does, that's happening and stuff like that. But yeah, I just thought I'd ask you lot because my dad was like, oh, I think you can live stream free. I said, no, I think you have to be on a. It's 20 quid line rental and 7.50. Yeah, that's what I thought it was, and then that big bill comes in like that, and I'm like, what? That's what I was paying. It was round about £30 when I first got it. And then it's jumped up to that. And I'm like, I can't afford that. Like, what the hell? Is it because I'm live streaming? So if I'm not on unlimited because I didn't know, no wonder. And that's why I'm thinking, Jesus, can't live stream for that long then, can I? But yes, I will sort that out. I will be ringing them. I was like, Dolly phone 02, they will give you a... Well, I'm going to see what they say, and if they don't give me a deal, then I'm going to say, right, I'm leaving you, see you later, I'll go to somebody else, because that is absolutely ridiculous. You don't get charged for live streaming. But what the hell's that about? I hope it's not my son doing something. He doesn't use the phone, as far as I know. But I will be looking into that and complaining, because that is absolutely extortionate. That's absolutely ridiculous. I don't even use the phone line, Wi-Fi plus any calls with BT, they're ripping you off. Exactly. I'm going to complain. I think it's absolutely disgusting. Unlimited doesn't mean unlimited. But do you get charged for live streaming though, if you know what I mean? Because you're using more data, doodies. I don't know. Still not getting links. What's Kathleen not getting links for? With BT, you can everything online. Anyway, yeah, I will get that sorted and have a go. And if they don't change it, I'll be going elsewhere, because that is just on my PayPal. No, after this, when I come off, I'm gonna have to go on, and then it should, when it goes through, it should come in. My PayPal anyway is my email address, which is janine.flannery@gmail.com. But I will put, when I come off this, I have to go in and rewrite it back on, so it'll be there at some point. It's not a link where you can go to it, because I don't need a link. It'll just be the name and then the name of the things that I've been watching. And I'll do that. Yeah, some channels use more megabytes. Yeah, maybe it's that. Is it unlimited, but they throttle you if you start using a lot of data? Maybe it's that, because I am on a lot. Don't ever go with talk. Oh, it's just ridiculous. So, Kathleen, if you were asking about that, when I go off now, because I'm going now, I'll be back on later tonight to talk about the hair thing again, which was interesting. Janine.Flannery, JAINE.Flannery, FLANNERY 77 at gmail.com is my PayPal thing. But I am going to put it in after. If people want to, from the channel, obviously, help out, because I come on here a lot, spending a lot of my time and energy talking to you lovely people. All right, yeah. So I'll do that, and I'll put in it. They're not links. I don't know how you do the thing with the linky things where you tap on it and it goes to it, but I'll put what I've been watching. Not very tech. You're welcome. You know, the videos that I've been watching about sleep, eating meat. What was the other one? The Native American Indian thing I was watching about the Pleiadians, about the little story of the dancing children that went to the sky and all this. It was very good. Dolly, I'm not Super Family Fibre 2 Unlimited. My bill is yeah, I'm going to put the PayPal, it's my email address, so I'm going to put my email address under after when I come off here, so if anyone wants to, they can. But, yeah, it's just ridiculous. I was like, what is that? You know, it's near Christmas, paying that much money for, like, something I don't even, yes, I don't use the phone or anything. I was like, oh my God. So they've got me there, haven't they, on that one? Yes, I'm going to put my email address, so I'm going to do that after. Yeah, they are boycotting PayPal. Yeah, they're just doing it everywhere, aren't they? You know what I mean? It's all right. I'll be going right. If you want to pay into my bank account, here's my account. You pay that way. Let's not just go through PayPal. Then I'll get you that way. It is criminal. I got the bill and I was like, I think this has been happening. Like, no wonder I've had no money. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, is there a ghost in this house that's using the phone or something? I thought it just can't be live streaming, but maybe it is. But like I said, I come on here a lot. So if that's the case, I'm going to find out. If that's the case, I'm going to have to do a few live chats and bring it down to, you know, sometimes I'm on here for 2.5 hours at the night because time flies when you're having fun. I'm going to have to narrow it right down. So I'm going to have to do some that aren't live so I can get things out better without getting distracted. And then some that are live, and I'll have to do it like that if that's the case. If I can't, do you know what I mean? Thank you. So, yeah, well, I will be getting on the phone. So, I mean, I've got a lot to do. I won't be on today. I'll be on first thing in the morning. I've got a lot of stuff to do today. I'm going to be hanging around on the phone for 10 hours, like always, you know. Phone this number. I hate it. Talk to the robot on the end of the phone. I'm always like that on the end of the phone. I just want to talk to somebody, but I will be sorting that out. I need to go and find the phone number for that. I will be sorting that out because it's gone out now, but I will be sorting that out. Yeah, I'm going to threaten to cancel because I think with them, I've been with them for years, and one of them, you know, when you just stay there, that's probably my fault as well. And I'm just going to say, look, I've been with you a very long time, a good customer, always pays. This is ridiculous. So you really need to sort it out. So it's ridiculous. I'm going to say it's ridiculous. You are an arse. So yeah, I just hate being hung around on the phone for it. It gets on my wick. Sometimes I just leave it playing, you know, and put that music on. I'm just like cleaning up. So yeah, so we'll be sorting that out. So it drives me bonkers. You know, when it says we are recording your, I'm like down the phone. And when I went to the job centre today, I must say, she said, "Oh, we're changing the universal credit over because it's not been working as it's been reported. We know it's not working." They're making it harder for people. And she said, we're changing this so it's going to be a lot easier to get in contact. I went, oh yeah, like last week when I was trying to ring in that my son was ill and I couldn't get in. And I was on the phone for half an hour. Ring this number, that number, on the phone for 10 minutes with stupid music. Ring this number, ring that number, get through to a human being. Oh, sorry, can I put you through to this number? It was like that for half an hour. I was like, they do it to pee you off. So you get angry, so you get mad, so all that horrible energy's coming out. That's what I think. It's just to annoy you. Everything's to annoy you. Oh, yeah, they drive you batshit crazy, don't they? So, I'm going to go, and I'll see you tonight, and it's the talk on hair and the Native American Indian thing again, because I took some photo shots of this thing I was watching, and I just loved it. So, I'll put the things in after. It won't be there straight away. I'll have to go and do it when this loads, then I can go in and do it. Yeah, on the recording thing, we are recording you for training, etc. I'm also... inform them I also recording them. Yeah, record them as well. We are recording you. Well, recording you as well. Normally I get quite good people. The woman I saw today was absolutely fantastic. The first woman I saw before, and she's lovely, and I'm so glad I got her. She's so lovely. She was like, "You've got a talent there. You need to do it." I was like, "I know. I love doing it. I've got to do it." Red tape. Yeah, you are as hilarious as you. Well, you know, what's that song that Cliff likes before we go? We're on a different frequency, doo-da, doo-da. We're on a different frequency, doo-da, doo-da, do. I'm going to pull a card, but I'm going to do these ones because the other ones are sitting on the side. Shadows and lights, because there are shadows and light, but it's all coming to the light. Yeah. Yeah, I will write down points on a notepad. I have to do that sometimes because you know sometimes when someone says something and you just totally forget what you were about to say and you're like, I wish I said that after, you know, you've had a go at him and you're like, oh God, I should have said this and should have said that. Oh, I'm going to tell him. Don't forget, my son's on the computer, but he doesn't live stream. He does a lot of gaming, so has that got to do with any of it? Because if it is, oh, he'll be getting told off as well. I don't know what's going on, you see. That's why I need to ring them to find out what's going on. Oh, guess what card's just dropped out of the deck? You know, the one I got the other day. Like Gaia. The Fairy of the Green World. The natural world needs you. We had this the other day, so I didn't really need to put it out, did I? Yeah, the natural world needs you, people. Yes, gaming will be... Oh, so it does. So it could be thy thing that resides upstairs. Right. But if you're unlimited, does it not affect... Because I'm live streaming and he's gaming. So does that affect it? Because these are things I don't know, you see. And if you don't know, that's how they get you. And I've asked him and he's gone, no. I don't see him helping me pay the bills. He may be using lots of data. All depends what you're on. Well, like I said, I've got to ring him and find out. I knew it was to do with something like that, and he said no. Whoop, whoop. So anyway, I'm going and I'll see you later. Bye.